Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Stan and today I want to do a bit of a different video, more of an open discussion and share my opinions on the FIRE movement, what it is, what it involves. So I wanted to call this sort of segment Plan with Stan, and today we'll be talking about the FIRE movement and financial independence. So here it goes. So FIRE stands for Financial Independence, Retire Early. But what does it mean? It means they have enough money invested or saved up that the returns on those investments can cover your expenses indefinitely. So this could be, like I said, your savings, stocks and shares investments, it could be your business, it could be property, it could be anything. So most people in the FIRE community, including myself, focus more on the financial independent part rather than the retire early. So yes, you might still be able to make work optional or sort of work part-time, so 3 or 4 days a week instead of 5. But basically all it means is that you stop living paycheck to paycheck and instead you do more of the things that you love, because I think at the end of the day, that's what we want. So a bit of maths here, so just bear with me. So if you did want to retire early with what investments you have or will have, basically the Trinity Study determined that you need 25 times the amount of your yearly expenses saved up in order to basically live freely and be financially independent. So 25 times your expenses saved up, also known as the 4% rule. 25 times 4 is 100. So if we take an example, if you know that your expenses every year are £30,000, okay, £30,000, you would need £750,000 invested in order to basically live freely, and your investments will pay your salary. So this works because even after you take out the £30,000 of your investments, sort of the remainder of the money will make enough of a return that year that they will cover your expenses, and you'll be able to do that year in and year out. So basically your money pays you to live, it pays your salary, and it will never run out. So at first glance, I agree, it might seem like it's out of reach, almost impossible, that you have to sacrifice those life luxuries, those life enjoyments, and making your lifestyle almost boring in order to reach that full independence. But that's not what this is about. So what I think the FIRE movement is trying to achieve, or trying to do, is basically to show you that saving that bit of money now can actually go a very long way, and in the future you can actually live a better lifestyle. You can have those luxuries, you can have that life enjoyment and do more of the things that you love. I think that's what I'm going to come back to basically every point, where you do more of the things that you love, so you don't have to worry about working all the time, but instead you can sort of spend more time with your friends and family and just enjoy life, really. You may also argue that this movement is only for the rich, and to be fair, I thought the same, because if you're paying your rent, you're paying your bills, you're paying for your car, sort of the list is endless of how much money you actually spend. How on earth do you save up £750,000? I don't know, I don't have that kind of money. Even if you were tight with your money, I think it'll take you a very long time to sort of save that money up and to invest it and to make that return. However, the ideas behind the movement is what I'm trying to get at, is if you're able to save a bit of money now and you can benefit later, I think even if you're able to retire 5 or 10 years early, I think that's still a big win in my book. But, in order to reach this movement and in order to reach the full potential, I think we really need to understand our spending and really dig into our habits. So this is what I want to explore in this series, and just basically going over how do we want to live our lives, what do we want out of it, and really how do we get to that financial independence. So do you want that control over your life and what you do with your time? So for example, if I was able to work even 4 days a week instead of 5, that would give me an extra day to do the things that I love, do more of the things that I love. So this could be anything from doing more traveling, sightseeing, spending more time with my friends, my family, my dad, read that book on that shelf that I haven't in a while or ever, just gathering dust. It will basically free up the time for me to do what I want and that I can enjoy life a bit more. And to clear something up, I'm not saying you should save up £750,000 right away. You should stop enjoying your life. This is not what this is about. I think it's really getting that balance of enjoying your life and being better with your money. But what I am saying is be better with your money. So for example, clear that debt that you have and stop racking up interest. So if it's your credit card, pay off as soon as possible, and it might be short-term loss, but long-term gain. This is what I'm basically trying to get at, is We want that long-term financial freedom, and we want to start building a healthier relationship with our money. For me, and you hear me say this over and over again in this series, is the experiences and memories I treasure more than the material things. For example, a phone. So I've had this guy for over 3 years, and that's because I refuse to pay £1,000 for a brand new one when this one works fine. It's never failed me, and the way I look at it is I'm saving myself £1,000 every few years rather than buying a new one, and that money can go elsewhere. So I can it frees it up to go towards a holiday, a weekend away, any experiences or anything that I want to do. So this is what I'm trying to get at. Could you be better with your money? Could you delay that purchase a little bit so you get more out of your things currently? So just have a think is one of the things I want to discuss and say, could you be better with your money? And if so, how? Basically, financial freedom puts you in control of your life, and it's important to start and make that first step. So start saving, start investing, and have a goal. So I've already got a video about savings, where you should put them. I'll make another one soon about investing and having goals as well. But just a quick statistic, if you set yourself a goal, you are 10 times more likely to be successful than someone who doesn't set themselves a goal. And at the same time, if you write your goals down, you're 3 times more likely to be successful than someone who doesn't write it down. So it seems like a weird statistics, but I can imagine it being true 100%, because if you've got that focus in mind, if you know what you're looking for, if you know what you're striving towards, it will help you get there. And if you don't know where you're going, then how are you going to get there? It's that mentality. I'll discuss these in another video, but for now, to round off the intro or the first episode, think about what would make you happier. What would you do with an extra day off? And how would you spend that bit of extra disposable income that you may have? Let me know in the comment section below how you're planning on being financially independent, and what you thought to those questions, and what you thought of today's episode or today's video. It's something new that I'm trying, just more of a discussion, but more of an open-minded thing, food for thought at the end of the day, and hopefully we can plan a better future together. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it as always, but for now, save money so that one day that money can save you. I'll see you next time.